Hello everyone, what's good? This is Nyan91, NYAN91 on YouTube and Instagram. This is my last review of the museums I have visited in the Middle East, and this one is the Museum of Islamic Art in Sharjah. As you can see from this video, I am on a double-decker bus heading to Sharjah from Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. Oh look, to my right there was an ad for the EU market in Dubai. I didn't notice that when I made this video. So to get the bus, one has to go a little bit out of the way. There's a metro stop close to the bus station, but you still have to kind of ask around to find the exact spot for the bus station, as it is not directly located at the metro exit. I don't remember the exact price, but it was pretty affordable. And perhaps one day the metro will also be built all the way to Sharjah, which is a different city altogether from Dubai. Here we find more Yemeni merchants selling goods like dry fruits, and there's a nice corniche right after the museum. But first, the museum. The foyer is shaped like a dome, and there are many nice things in the foyer, and I was led to a special room named after the Caliph Omar, and we have many photographs of Mecca inside. As a non-Muslim, I cannot visit inside, so I really appreciated the photos. A special section delved into the calligraphy done by thread on top of a black cloth that is changed periodically that covers the cube, where people try to circumambulate and touch the stone. We see people doing the circumambulations and European records of people going to Mecca. And it's very interesting because I guess Dubai's international level and consciousness has allowed it to incorporate more European sources in their exhibits compared to other exhibits, and it has attracted more European visitors as a result of its status. After the photographs and travel logs about Mecca, as well as beautiful calligraphy decorations in Mecca, we have calligraphy of a different sort within the Holy Quran. We see a wide variety of decorations and sizes. Handwriting was prized over print. This one particularly was written in the calligraphic style of Nastaliq. The exhibit also demonstrates the human hand interacting with the Quran and how it is manufactured in certain contexts. And it is very interesting for someone like me who has never seen someone copy a full Quran before. Moving on to other objects of the domestic realm, we have beautiful seashell decorated covers. It reminded me of my Qanun instrument, which also had similar decorations, and it is likely from Egypt. I really like the worldly consciousness of this exhibit, and it had a photographic exploration of European mosques constructed recently to house new converts that lived far away from urban settlements. And as you can see, the outside resembles any contemporary civilian structure in Europe, yet it is a house of prayer. Moving on, there were many interesting astronomical devices, and I really appreciated the devotion to science that this section has shown. It really emphasized the legacy of Islamic scientists and how they contributed to navigation as well as sea trade. I would have understood how to use these things more if they had some hands-on demonstrations. However, there was such a wide variety, perhaps it would have been difficult to demonstrate how to use all of them. Another significant part of the science section was the surgical tools used for removing unwanted growth from human bodies. And articles about Ottoman history in particular have explored the circulation of surgical knowledge between Europe and the Middle East. Here we have some medicinal herbs that also have certain exchanges with Chinese traditional medicine, as demonstrated by scholar John Chen. The science section was very eye-opening, and I wish more other museums dedicated to Islamic history can also benefit from the Sharjah Museum's exhibits. because we often emphasize the artistic contribution of the Muslim world, and yet there are fewer exhibitions that focus on the scientific aspects. Tools of measurement were essential to building large structures like mosques and hospitals, etc. And here we have some lovely models of those old architectures. It reminded me of how many modern Iranian architects also benefit from their traditional heritage while they train to work for a world market like Dubai. Speaking of markets, there was a large collection of coins within the foray. However, I was more interested in moving on to the next floor, which had a thematic focus on water. Here it writes, وَجَعَلْنَا مِنْ الْمَاءِ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ, something along the lines that we made everything from water. And so we see things that were used to store water from different class backgrounds. This portrait done by a European artist really brought to life this water delivery boy taking a break from his job. It is a rare glimpse into this section of society which did not have enough money to commission people to make their portraits. The exhibit continues with more pictures made out of different materials like ceramics or bronze, and then we move on to decorative objects, perhaps of ladies, as well as rings for every adult made from precious stones. Then we have some human images on Persian ceramics, which are colorfully decorated. The Persian aesthetic focuses on using the turquoise for certain ceramics. Their Shi'i culture also dedicates a lot of devotion to Ali and Hussein, the first few imams of Shi'i authority, and I was fortunate to see certain taziyas and alams demonstrated here. I have never seen an alam outside of India, so I was very privileged to see them in Sharjah Museum. Moving on, there were many swords in the sections about warfare and more bronze items and some instruments like the rubab from Afghanistan, and this picture was my phone screensaver for a long time. I hope to learn the rubab one day, but before that I would also love to have a replica of these stationery boxes from Persia. And not such a big fan of the axes since I don't really use them in my own daily lives, but they do look like they could chop up some wood in case of the unlikely event that I will have a wood-lit fireplace. I love khanjars in general, and they also have a wide collection of khanjars, some from Yemen, some from Oman, as you can tell by the J shape, which is very characteristic of this Gulf region, aka the Khalij. That's all I got from the museum. Thanks for watching. This is Nyan91.